What is going on, all of you beautiful people out there? It's your boy, CryptoMykel. What is going on, guys? It is FPGA Friday. Hope you all are well, fantastic. Hope you all are hashing. And, yeah. Sorry, it's been a pretty hectic week. I've had to deal with a lot of very personal family stuff that's taking a toll. And, love you all. Guys, we have some awesome stuff to talk about. We have some stuff coming in, some new videos we're about to make for the E300s. That's right, some new stuff for the E300s. Now, what am I talking about exactly, right? Well, so, if you do not know, we will be able, or we are now able to unlock the full potential of the E300. They have unlocked firmware for a higher frequency on the voltage as well as the clock speeds. Now, in order to do this, you do actually need, if you have an older model that you already have, you have to get these heat sinks and attach them to the back of the board. As you can see right here, there are no heat sinks on all of these right back here in the back. My thing will not stop scrolling. Alright, now on the newest batch that have just came out, I think that was the May batch, and then there's one more coming now. We just received one of these that actually has all of the heat sinks already there, and then there's another one coming that has all the heat sinks as well. But any one of them moving forward will have the heat sinks and the newer firmware already on them. In order to get the unlocked firmware, you have to get the heat sinks, go into their Discord, show them that you have applied the heat sinks to your machine, and they will give you the unlocked firmware, because without these heat sinks you could potentially damage the board, and that would be no good. Alright, so we actually have these. They're relatively cheap, about $10.99 for 100 of them. Alright, now you only need, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 per hash board. So 3 hashing boards, that's 30. So you would be able to do 3 E300s with 1 pack of these. So if you have 3 E300s, you would be able to effectively do that with 1 pack. I think we have like 300 of them. We have 3 packs of these, because there's 6 total E300s at the facility, or will be, but 2 of them will not need the heat sinks because they will already be applied. And now with doing that, you will be able to achieve a much higher hash rate. This one's pretty conservative with a 700 core hertz, and they set to 700 on the VCC, but it's a little lower just because it doesn't use the full amount, because the memory is not being used, right? So if the memory was being used, there would be more being used on the VCC, but there's not, so therefore it reads lower because it's not being used as much, but has the potential to be up to 700. And this person is effectively getting 16.72 gigahashes for about 600, and I think they said 50 watts. So for an extra 150 watts, you will gain almost an extra 2 gigahashes for about 150 watts. You will be able to achieve almost 20 gigahashes with the E300s now, but you will be pulling, I think it's like 780 watts is what I think is what it was. I don't know that for sure yet. We just got one of the machines that have all of the heat sinks put on, but we had some tornadoes and some bad weather here, so haven't been able to start it up and test it yet. But I'll be testing that out and like seeing what we'll have a video of that. So that's pretty FA. Now that does mean if you go and buy an E300 right now from Osprey, which of course please use the code MyKel125 if you buy an E300. You will receive $125 off. But if you buy an E300 right now, it will have the upgraded heat sinks, as well as the E100 will have an upgraded heat sinks on the back of the board as well. So that would get you almost 6 gigahashes on an E100 after it's said and done, because you effectively can get about 20 per board. So I think it was like 19.8, we'll say 85, divide that by 3, so about 6.61 roughly gigahashes per board. So an E100 would get 6.61 gigahashes for about 256 watts, give or take. Plus fans and control board, it'd be a little bit higher, but just off of basic calculations, you'd probably go around you'd be under 300 watts for 6 gigahashes on an E100. Now this does include the VU35P model as well, like the upgraded firmware. There is new heat sinks on the back of these as well, and they do achieve a higher hash rate as well. I think they were almost hitting 10 gigahashes per VU35P. I know that the VU9P, which they now have some open and available, I'm waiting for one of those to drop because I will probably buy one. That's what I've been waiting for, which is the BCU 1525. With the newer firmware, they are achieving almost 8 gigahashes per board because the BCU is awesome. It's like 7 and some change per board. I'm actually gonna look right now. So it can run 700 plus on the megahertz on the core, as well as the VCC, and they will achieve around 7 gigahashes for the VU9P model, which is pretty freaking awesome. Like FA to that. Would love to see one of those get released here, but those are kind of hard to source because there's not very many of them out in the wild. They were all pretty much used for BCUs, so the only way to really get one of those is to reball a broken board but a good chip onto an Osprey board. So is what it is. But guys, I cannot wait to test this out and see what the new Unleashed firmware is. So we'll have a video coming out of what the Unleashed firmware is, what the wattage is as well on that, and we will also have a video of how to install the new heat sinks onto the back of the board for the Unleashed firmware. I'll have a link to that article if you would like down in the description below. You can give it a read over and give it a check out and see what you think. And yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. I absolutely love every single one of you guys. If I'm not mistaken, we are almost at 2,000 subscribers. At the time of this video, we will probably be at 2,000 subscribers. But you all are FA to the max. I love you all. Thank you. Keep your hash rates up, your watts down low. We'll be having a big giveaway coming out here soon. Was finalizing some details and we reached 2,000 subs before I could do that. So, FA guys. Much love. Peace out. Keep your hash rates up, your watts down low. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out. Stay savage.